Yo, what is up, Dodger Nation? Victor here, and honestly, I don't even know where to start right now because this team is giving me everything at the same time. The highs, the lows, the drama, and we are not even close to the All-Star break yet. Like last night, the boys go out there, drop a 6-0 shutout on the Angels. 3 home runs, 8 pitchers, 2 hits allowed the whole game. That's filthy. One of our young sluggers went yard in a huge spot, another guy crushed a solo shot right behind him back-to-back, and then one of our veterans snapped a month-long homer drought to put it away. Bro, the offense is waking up. I felt that. But, and this is a big but, one of our starting pitchers is heading to the IL. Loose bodies in his elbow, possibly surgery, and this is the 3rd star pitcher we've lost in the last month. So yeah, the bullpen held it down beautifully last night, but we cannot keep doing this all season long. Which brings me to the second story, and this one is spicy, because people are already talking about what Friedman is going to do with the trade deadline, and one proposal just dropped that would bring one of the most elite closers in baseball history to Los Angeles. 6-time All-Star, a guy who has single-handedly taken over postseason series, a name that would make every Dodger fan lose their mind. Is it worth the risk? Is the price too high? Who is this guy, and why is everyone talking about him right now? We're getting into all of that. But real quick, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, man. We are pushing hard toward 14,000 subscribers, and every single one of you counts. Drop a like, too, if you're rocking with the Dodgers today. It genuinely helps the channel more than you know. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, so let me paint the picture for you real quick. Because last night was one of those games where you start the day stressed and you ended feeling good about this team again. So before the game even starts, the Dodgers drop the news that Blake Snell is going on the IL. Loose bodies in his elbow, possibly needs surgery. And look, I'm not going to pretend that didn't hit me, because this is the 3rd star pitcher we've lost in the last month. Diaz, Glasnow, now Snell. 3 guys gone, just like that. Dave Roberts had to basically throw together a bullpen game on the spot. And when I saw that lineup of pitchers, I was nervous, I'm not going to lie to you. But then the game starts, and the boys they handled business. Will Klein opens it up, goes 2 clean innings, retires 5 of his first 6 batters. Then Edgardo Henriquez and Blake Trinan both come in and throw perfect 1-2-3 frames. After that, Mills, Hurt, Vesia, Dreyer, Charlie Barnes, who literally got called up that day as a waiver claim to replace Snell, all of them locked it down. 8 pitchers, 0 runs allowed, 2 hits allowed, 11 strikeouts. That is filthy, man. That is a historic performance. Only the 10th time in MLB's modern era, going back to 1901, that a team threw a shutout using 8 or more pitchers. The Dodgers bullpen right now has a top 10 ERA in all of baseball, and nights like this are exactly why. Now let's talk about the offense, because the bats came alive in a big way. It all started in the 4th inning. Andy Pages, who by the way hadn't had a hit in his last 13 at-bats heading into this game, steps up on a 3-0 count and absolutely ambushes a fastball from Angels starter Jack Kochinovich. 3-run homer, just like that. The kid flipped the switch. And you know what I love about this? Pages is only in his 3rd year in the big leagues, and he is already the most consistent clutch hitter on this roster. 10 home runs on the year, tied for the MLB lead with 38 RBIs, hitting .305 with an .893 OPS. This guy is for real. And then right behind him, before the crowd even settles down, Max Muncy steps in and crushes an 0-2 pitch to right field for a solo shot. Back-to-back home runs. The Angels didn't even have time to breathe. The moment after Muncy crossed home plate is honestly one of my favorite things I've seen this season. Because usually, Teoscar Hernandez is the one throwing the sunflower seed shower on guys when they come back to the dugout. He's been doing that thing since he got to LA 3 years ago. It's become like the team's signature celebration. But Teoscar was on deck when Muncy went deep, so Pages grabbed the seed bag himself and just unloaded on Muncy's face coming off the field. And Teoscar's over there laughing, saying Pages is going to take his seed throwing job one day. Man, that chemistry in that dugout, you can feel it through the screen. Then in the 6th, Teoscar himself put a bow on it. Hadn't homered in a month, came up with a chance to add on, and drove a 2-run blast the other way to make it 6-0. Drought is over. And he said after the game that the at-bats have been getting better all week. I believe him. You can see it. 6 runs, 3 homers, 8 pitchers, 0 runs allowed. Third straight win, record now sitting to 27-18. This is the kind of game you need when everything around you is on fire. The rotation is banged up, the depth is thin, and the pressure is real, but the team just found a way. Robert said it best after the game. It seems like they go through this every year, and every year they find a way to get through it. And you know what? I actually believe him right now. But here's the thing. A couple of wins and a hot bullpen doesn't fix the bigger picture. The rotation is still a problem. And if you think Andrew Friedman is just going to sit back and watch the trade deadline pass without doing something about it, you don't know this front office. Because there is a trade proposal floating around right now that would bring one of the most dominant relievers in baseball history straight to Los Angeles. A 6-time All-Star, a guy who has closed out playoff runs and made hitters look helpless for over a decade. And the asking price? It's steep, like real steep. We're talking about some of the best young arms in this entire farm system walking out the door. Is it worth it? Is Friedman really about to pull this trigger? And is this guy even healthy enough to make it matter? That's exactly what we're getting into next. And trust me, you do not want to skip this part.
All right, so if you're still here with me, good, because this next one is where it gets really interesting. We just talked about the bullpen doing an incredible job last night. 8 pitchers, 0 runs, historic performance. And look, I love those guys, I really do. But let's be real with each other for a second. The Dodgers cannot keep patching things together with emergency bullpen games every time a starter goes down. At some point, this front office has to step up and do something about it. And if you know Andrew Friedman at all, you already know he is not the type to just sit on his hands and watch the trade deadline pass by. So let's talk about a trade proposal that just dropped. And this one has people buzzing. The proposal is this. The Dodgers would send prospects Mike Sirota, River Ryan, and Cam Leiter to the Houston Astros in exchange for Josh Hader. Yes, that Josh Hader. 6-time All-Star. One of the most dominant left-handed relievers in the history of this sport. A guy who has made postseason lineups look absolutely helpless for years. If you've watched baseball in the last decade, you know exactly what this guy is capable of. And before you even ask, yes, the price is steep, like really steep. Sirota is only 22 years old, and he's the number 4 overall prospect in the entire Dodgers system. River Ryan checks in at number 6, Cam Leiter at number 21. So we are not talking about throwing in a couple of filler names here. This would be LA sending out 3 legitimate pieces of the future to win right now. That's the bet Friedman would be making. Now here's where I have to be honest with you as a fan, because I've been going back and forth on this one. On one hand, Hader is the kind of arm you build a late-inning playoff strategy around. The guy has multiple years of team control remaining, meaning this isn't just a rental. You're not giving up 3 top prospects for 2 months of a reliever. This would be a long-term acquisition. And when Hader is healthy and locked in, I don't care who you put in the box against him. Good luck. But here's the thing that keeps me up at night about this deal. Hader has not thrown a single pitch in a big league game yet in 2026. Not one. He's been dealing with health issues all season, and we're already sitting here watching Snell, Glasnow, and Diaz all land on the IL. The last thing this team needs is to give up 3 top prospects for a guy who might not even be ready to contribute when it matters most. So where do I land on it personally? Look, I get it. I understand the reasoning completely. The Dodgers bullpen has been great this year, top 10 ERA in the majors. But great bullpens can fall apart in October if you don't have that one elite, shutdown, lights-out arm that makes opposing managers lose sleep. Hader has been that guy for years. And if Friedman believes he can get healthy, I honestly think you have to seriously consider making that move. But the farm system is not unlimited, and trading Sirota, Ryan, and Leiter all at once, that's a big swing. That's Friedman saying we are all in right now, this year, no hesitation. Would I do it? Honestly, if the medical reports come back clean and the doctors say this guy is close to 100%, yeah, I'd probably pull the trigger. Because a 27-18 record with a banged-up rotation tells me this team is good enough to win it all if they just shore up the right spots. And a healthy Josh Hader in a Dodgers uniform in October, that's a terrifying thought for every other team in baseball. But if there is any doubt about his health, you protect those prospects. You find another way.
because giving up that much for a guy who can't even get on the mound right now would be a mistake we'd be talking about for years. And hey, before we wrap this thing up, real quick, if you've been watching this whole video and haven't subscribed yet, now is the time, man. We are grinding toward 14,000 subscribers on this channel, and every single one of you matters. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, it literally takes 2 seconds, and it helps us keep bringing you this content every single day. Now let me bring this all together for you, because when you look at both of these stories side by side, they're telling you one very clear thing about where the Dodgers are right now. Last night's win was real. 3 home runs, 8 pitchers, a historic shutout, the offense starting to wake up. That's not a fluke. That's a team that has real talent and real fight. And the fact that they did all of that on the same day they lost another starting pitcher to the IL, that tells you something about the character of this roster. But the trade proposal conversation tells you something too. It tells you that even with all that talent, even with that bullpen, even with Paez and Muncy and Teoscar swinging the bats, this front office knows that as currently constructed, this team might not have enough to go all the way in October, not with the rotation in the shape it's in. So here's where we are. The offense is showing signs of life, the bullpen is legit, the wins are coming, but the foundation is cracking underneath, and Friedman knows it. The deadline is coming, and the decisions he makes between now and then could define this entire season. This is not a doom and gloom moment. This team is good. I believe in this team. But good is not enough when you're the Los Angeles Dodgers. The standard is a championship. And right now, we are one bold move away from being a real threat, or one more injury away from watching October from the couch. The ball is in Friedman's court, and Dodger Nation is watching. As always, I'm Victor, stay blue, and I'll see you in the next one.